Here's a nice little bush track, and it's only about 10 mile, 15 k's out from where I live. First time I've ever been on it, swinging down along here. And when you look further down the track there, it gets into a little bit of a rough area, or too rough for this X-Max 300 on stock tyres. But I may come back here at a later date and bring out the KLX 150. So what I'm talking about today, I've finally got the comfort seat for the X-Max 300. Here it is here. Looks pretty smart too, and more importantly, it rides far better than the stock seat. So that's one advantage on it, so pretty happy with that. So if you look at it that way, in case you're wondering about one of these, like I said, I put about 10 mile on it so far, but I can notice a marked improvement in the quality of ride, and it's a lot more comfortable to sit on, ride along. So I'm looking forward to taking it out on a few good long runs, see how it performs there. So to give you an idea, the comfort seat to buy for an X-Max 300 here in Australia, I picked it up from some wholesaler type place, roughly $400 plus postage and $100 for that GPS mount. So overall, I am really happy with the seat because I can notice how comfortable it is, but I'm also running YSS shocks at the back of this bike. So I've got the combination of better shocks, and I've also got the comfort seat. So I'm looking forward to getting down on the comfort seat and giving it a good workout. And overall, I'm pretty happy with the Yamaha X-Max, and why I was sort of hung on to one of the idea of riding one around, because now I've got this new seat on it, I reckon it'll be good to go out and build up a few Ks on it. So another thing I thought I might mention, I've got a 70th birthday coming up in a couple of weeks, and like I said, I was that impressed with these X-Max, I decided to buy myself an MT-03. And I ordered that from the dealers about a week ago, so it should be here at the end of the month. So the best thing about the MT-03 compared to the other bikes I've got, it's got 41 horsepower on tap for a 300 cc's. And the big plus with the MT-03, I think, looking back, it's a pretty good looking bike and fairly well put together for a sort of upright stance riding position, is the right-of-way price on the MT-03 was $7,900. And believe it or not, when I was buying the CT125 Hondas, they were $7,800. So only $100 separates those two bikes. So I bought it, and it's a blue one, and the new shipment's coming in at the end of this month, and the dealer said to me I should get it maybe by the end of the month or first week of December. So they're the bikes I'll be starting off with for the end of the year. I've gone through quite a few new bikes, but I've still, in case you're wondering, I've still got the other ones. I've still got, well, naturally this X-Max 300, the KLX 150 and the two 350 Enfields. So in other words, I'm sort of hanging around these 300 cc's. You're probably wondering why I don't go bigger or buy bigger bikes. Well, I don't know. I just don't like the weight of the bigger ones when I get up to them, and even though they've got a bit more power and stuff like that, well, they just don't appeal to me. If they would have appealed to me that much, I would have bought them by now. But, apart from that 900 Triumph I bought, well, I've never went back up into the biggest type of bike. And I think, to be honest, if I was going to spend that much money on a bigger bike, I'd swing in a bit more extra dollars and buy myself a decent sports car again. So that's the way I'd go that way. So, in other words, I don't think you'll ever see me come in and buy a bike worth $20,000, because in all honesty, I just don't think bikes are worth that much money. So, I don't mind the bikes, but don't love them. So apart from that, that's it at the moment. I like these 300cc specials, what they're running around, and I reckon with the two Enfields, the X-Max, the MT-03, I'll have a good little collection there that, surely I could go out and get on one and take it for a ride and, put up a few Ks should that thing arrive. But coming down this dirt road, I got the X-Max a bit dirty too, so I'm going to have to go home and clean all the tyres. You can sort of see where I got it on there. But as far as this comfort seat goes, I didn't bother doing a clip-on fitting it or anything like that, because, for something so simple to fit that seat, all you got to remember is, well, there's nothing to remember really. Just lift the seat, undo the 4 bolts. Don't know if we can pull her out now, and I'll show you. So let's see, lift the seat. Just underneath the seat you've got 4 bolts there. Well, actually I did have 4, but when I switched seats over, one of the bolts fell down into the housing inside this scooter, and it was just impossible to get out. But it's just a matter of undo those, put this seat in place, and just bolt it back up. and clip it down. But when you do have a look at this seat, look how nicely made it is. Really nice looking seat. First I thought it was a bit overpriced when I arrived because you know, I just thought it might have been worth the $400, but after that's me warning that I haven't turned it off. Yeah, so after that, you know, I think it really looks the part. So if you're on the market and you're thinking, is the comfort seat worth buying, maybe worth your check back here when I put a few kilometres, but at this stage, I actually thought when I first sat on the bike, maybe a waste of money. But after this ride out here today and going over the bumps and how well the tail sat on it, you know, I'm fairly impressed by it. So apart from that, once again, thanks for tuning in, taking a look. We'll catch up you on the next clip, and bye for now.